Today is Monday, day number 71. I had a great weekend with my fiance, Ashley. We took 2 0 days in a row, which is was not expected to do that, but it is very hard to leave my fiance on the weekend. So I splurged, took 2 0 days. Actually, it probably ended up being a good thing. Let my feet rest a little bit. I had a little bit of an injury on my big toe that, given it 2 days to heal up, is probably a good thing. Things feel good right now. So anyway, it's about 10:30 starting out in Duncannon here. Just not sure how many miles I'll do today, but technically I need to be in Delaware Water Gap this weekend, but that would involve doing 30-mile days every day here, so that's probably not going to happen. So might be a little bit behind schedule to get this done in 4 months, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. Plenty of time to make up some miles if I have to. So anyway, that's the goal for today, is to I probably don't need to get to a shelter, but find a campsite before dark. Anyway, just hiking through Duncannon here, trail town. I did go to the Doyle on Friday night. That was pretty neat, seeing the Doyle, but they actually lost power. So we were in there drinking beer in the dark with our headlamps. That was kind of fun, but yep. Anyway, I'm gonna see if I can hike out Duncannon here and get back into the woods. Looking forward to it. So I think this is finally the Susquehanna River that I'm hiking over right now. I'm about to climb up this little ridge right out here, coming out of Duncannon. But yep. Porcupine in the trail. Actually, there he is right here. I don't know if they go after you, but I think I'm gonna leave him alone. Wish he would not walk the same direction I am. And there he goes. Scampering off. Wow, porcupines can climb trees. How about that? Today is day number 72. It's around 4:45, and finally made it to Culver Gap. There's this cool old iron bridge here. So I've actually hiked this section between Culver Gap and Pine Grove last summer with my fiance as a day hike. It's actually almost an evening hike since we did it, and it was in the afternoon, trying to get to our car before dark. So anyway, so I guess I know what to expect here. And surprisingly, this is the only section I've ever hiked in Pennsylvania before doing this Thru-Hike. So it'll be interesting to re-hike this. Hiked it southbound last time, so at least it'll feel new hiking it northbound. So today's goal is to get to, I think I'm going to try to get to the next shelter, which is still 6 miles from here. 6-7 miles. I can probably do it before dark. If not, it's the moon has been pretty bright, so I don't mind hiking in the evening a little bit. Yesterday I only did 16 miles, which was a little disappointing. I didn't realize how difficult it was going to be getting back into the groove of things after taking 2 0 days in a row. But I think I feel pretty good now. I think it might have been partially going over all of the Pennsylvania rocks, even though I don't think it's been you know, too rocky so far, but it does wear on your feet going over all those rocks. So anyway, that's pretty much what I've been doing today. Still going by this bridge over here. Yeah, so got a little bit of a 1,000-foot climb back up to another ridge. I've noticed it's kind of not so much fun hiking on top of ridges. I think I definitely enjoy the ups and downs of going up mountains and going back down again. I feel like it's a little bit more invigorating versus the long, feels like more of a death march, just kind of going flat over a ridge. But anyway, yeah, that's it. This is Fisher Overlook in Pennsylvania. One of the few views that you get in PA. So today is day number 73. It's about 10:30 a.m. I'm sitting here at Fisher Overlook, taking a little break. I feel like I've been in a little bit of a hiking lull the last 2 days. I haven't really done the miles that I kind of want to, considering the terrain is super flat, but I think that's kind of part of it. When the terrain is as flat as this, I don't know, I feel like I just don't have the energy I usually do if I'm hiking up hills and mountains and going down. So it feels more like just a long, and just walking on flat terrain is not quite as interesting. So hopefully I can get through this section, get through PA, and get to some more interesting terrain soon. I don't think it's the rocks either. I mean, the rocks haven't been that bad. I think it's just low energy. So this weekend I see my fiance again. Maybe that'll be nice. But other than that, today hasn't really been too eventful. Today is day number 74. There has been a little bit change of plans today. Right now I'm at an Outlook here in Pennsylvania. But anyway, yeah, so I'm going to have my fiance pick me up tonight. She needs some help setting up the garden at my house. So and tomorrow's not supposed to rain, or it's supposed to rain this weekend. So it ends up being tomorrow is going to be the best day to do so. Fortunately, that means, or fortunately, I don't know, means that I'm going to be taking another couple zeros. So my schedule is getting a little out of whack, getting behind schedule a bit, but that's okay, I think. I've got plenty of time to make it up. But anyway, I think it's supposed to rain later this afternoon. It's a little cloudy today, a little chilly. But yeah, anyway, that's today's plan. I made it down the trail to Port Clinton, and I gotta say, this is the fanciest trail marking sign yet on any of these trails I've seen. Yeah, so I guess down this way is Port Clinton, some rail tracks down there, and yep, that's it. So this is the Port Clinton train area here. Sounds like there may be a train coming, so I'm going to try to cross as quickly as possible here. But I think this is mostly a commercial, not commercial, but like a touristy type train station. Yeah, I think the trail goes this way. So one of these must be the Schuylkill River. What I was on was the Schuylkill River Trail. But it seems to be the intersection of a couple of rivers here. hiking now into actual Port Clinton, PA. I think this is most of it. I think it's a pretty small town. From what I understand, this firehouse is also a bar here. It's only 11:40, so it's a bit too early to drink, but here's a good place to get some beer. I dropped my poles there. No, it's not open until 3 p.m. anyway. Well, I hit a big achievement point. I've made it 200 miles here. Well, I gotta assume that's 200 miles for flip-floppers starting at Harper's Ferry, but congratulations to them for getting to 200. So, yep, still making my way towards the road crossing. I've noticed whenever I go up a big incline or high elevation, I feel pretty good. So I think that's what's been kind of getting me down a little bit, is that there hasn't been a lot of hill climbing lately. So thankfully today there was it's a little bit hillier, so I feel a little bit better. So anyway, I finally got to a nice outlook here in PA. This ridge over here is what I'm going to be hiking across in the next few hours. Goes across this ridge here, and then back around to the other side, and then down on the other side of that ridge where you can't see. But yeah, it's kind of neat to get a good view here. Kind of see all the Pennsylvania rocks down there. This is the first rattlesnake I've seen on the trail. It's not really moving, but yep, just gonna leave him alone. Today's day number 78. So I guess a lot's happened since I last made a video. So my fiance picked me up last week on Thursday. Today's Monday, and we spent another 2 0 days together. And then she took me back to the trail yesterday. So I spent those 2 zeros at my house in Philadelphia. So on Sunday, she brought me back to the Hawk Mountain Road, which is where I got off the trail on Thursday. And I hiked to the Allentown Hiking Club shelter, which is only about 7-8 miles from the road. And so today I plan to see if I can do 24, 25. I'm feeling ambitious. Maybe I'll do 27 just to see if I can make up some time. But at this point, since I took 4 0 days in the last 2 weeks, I'm a little bit behind schedule, but hopefully I can pick that up, since those will be the last 0 days I take for a little while, because my fiance is busy again on the weekend. So it's straight to Katana now. It was nice taking those 0 days, but hopefully that doesn't put me in risk of not completing this in 4 months. I got plenty of time to make up time, so I'm not too worried about it. And if my fiance hikes the 100-mile wilderness with me, I have to do that the first week of July anyway, so and if I do that, it won't be done in 4 months. So slowing down here would set me up for that pretty well. So anyway, that's the update for here. Gotten to the Pennsylvania knife edge, I think. I'm basically hiking along this outcropping of rocks here. So hopefully I make it across without incident. So the knife edge here has a pretty good view of the farmlands in Pennsylvania. Still hiking across this crazy steep rocks here. Came from over there. So still gotta climb up and over this here. So right now I'm walking roughly above the tunnel and at 476. I don't remember what the tunnel name is, but yeah, so I've driven through that tunnel many a time, you know, probably twice a month for the last 4 or 5 years, and kind of was always wondering what the Appalachian Trail looked like above the tunnel, since I always knew I was driving underneath the AT, and well, this is kind of what it looks like. Actually, it looks a little bit different than a lot of PA. It's a little bit looks a little bit higher altitude terrain, tree-wise. But yeah, I just thought it was interesting to finally be hiking above the tunnel. I guess I could have done this hike at any point, but I guess it's more meaningful now that I'm hiking the entire AT. So anyway, just thought that was interesting. Reached Palmerton here. Getting ready to go over the bridge here and then go up the mountain here, which is apparently a super fun site. We'll talk more about that once I get there, but apparently it's a pretty steep climb, so looking forward to it actually. So I'm getting to the pretty steep part of the climb here. It's fairly rocky. It does have good views of the town below and the surrounding area. So the reason why this is all rocky and there's not really many trees is because I think there was some zinc mining here that killed all the vegetation. So it became a super fun site, and they're trying to slowly revegetate the area. There are some trees, but I think it's overall pretty barren. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to climbing up the rest of these rocks. I think this is one of those sections where I gotta put my trucking poles away and climb using my arms and legs. Yeah, so I'm just making my way up. This is pretty steep here. See the Palmerton down below. And I am climbing up this section. This is all pretty cool. You know, having used both your arms and legs to scramble up the rocks. I'm really enjoying this. It feels like I'm out west. So I made it to the other side of the mountain here. There's pretty good views down here. Came from that direction, and still making my way up here. Got really windy too. So I think I made it pretty close to the top here. Yeah, that climb was pretty scary, but honestly, it was probably the most fun I've had on the AT in a couple of weeks, or a few weeks. I think it's really reinvigorated my hike here. It was a lot of fun climbing up those rocks. I really like the challenging parts of the AT. They make this trail fun and new, and that was probably my favorite section of Pennsylvania so far, or otherwise PA has been pretty dull. Hasn't really been my favorite state at all. Even though it's my home state, it's hard to, you know, it's hard to justify it. But anyway, yeah, I think I'm at the top here. Not a lot of new trees growing. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go to the near campsite, maybe only do 21 miles a day, 21. I don't know, we'll see how long it takes to get there. But yeah, so that was it's pretty cool. Let's see what the sign says up here. Looks like they rerouted some section here because of the zinc Superfund site, but anyway, I'll figure that out. But cool. Today is day number 79. I stayed at a nice little campsite last night on Pine Needles, which is my favorite camping ground cover type. I just, on the road over here, I just hiked past the entrance to Blue Mountain Ski Resort, which is pretty neat. I didn't realize the Blue Mountain was right on the Appalachian Trail, at least the ski resort. So I go there skiing pretty often, so that's pretty neat. Anyway, so today I'm going to try to do a 25-mile day. I know I've been saying that, but these rocks really slow me down here, so it's hard to get 25 miles in PA. So anyway, that's the so if I do get 25 miles in, it'll be a short hike into Delaware Water Gap tomorrow. Don't really plan on staying there, but I may grab something to eat there. Anyway, that's it for now. It's the morning of day number 80. So today I'm finally going to make it out of Pennsylvania. So I'm heading to the Delaware Water Gap right now. Should get there around, hopefully get there around 1 o'clock. I'm going to be meeting my aunt there, grab some lunch, and then I'm going to keep going. It'll be nice to finally get out of these Pennsylvania rocks, although I hear the rocks don't quite end. It's a little ways into New Jersey, but emotionally it'll be good to get out of all these rocks in Pennsylvania. I mean, I don't know if they're quite as bad as everyone makes them out to be, but they do definitely slow me down, and they aren't super fun to walk on. I mean, there are sections, little sections where there's some flat area, but it's mostly navigating around these rocks, stepping on rocks, sharp rocks. So today this morning I actually replaced my insoles with the new Superfeet insoles that are made for trail hiking. They just came out, I think, a couple months ago, or a month ago, and I've been carrying them around with me since I was hesitant to replace my insoles when my current ones were doing the job. They weren't giving me blisters or anything, but I gotta say, just this morning, hiking with them, they have a carbon fiber plate on the bottom, and they have helped with the rocks. So I probably should have put them in my shoes a little bit earlier in Pennsylvania, but you know, they're in there now. We'll see how they go. Hopefully they don't give me blisters. If they do, I still have my old insoles I could put back in, but so far so good. They seem they have a little bit more cushioning in the heel, and they do provide a little bit more support with that carbon fiber molding in the bottom. But anyway, that's the goal right now is to get to actually the goal right now is to get some water. I'm completely out of water, but this afternoon's goal is to get the Delaware Water Gap by 1 o'clock, because that's when I'm meeting my aunt. So anyway, that is today's goal. Oh, yesterday I only did 20 miles. I was kind of disappointed. I did some calculations, and to get the finish in 4 months, I need to be doing 21 miles a day, and that's without zeros. So I don't know, we'll see how that works out. that might be a tough task, especially through the whites. Hopefully after PA I can start doing some more 25-mile days, but I'm not getting my hopes up. So anyway, that's it. Just wanted to show pretty good view here in Pennsylvania, right before Delaware Water Gap. Maybe not right before, but 5-6 miles before. See the nuclear power plant in the distance there. So here is Route 80, and part of it, one of the parts where it crosses the Delaware River here. I will actually be walking along Route 80 later today to get back onto the trail. So yeah, kind of a neat view of it. So I'm hiking into the Delaware Water Gap right now, about a half a mile from the main street, and came across this really cool pond. I don't think I've seen a pond like this in the wild with this many lily pads. Kind of only seen lily pads in people's ponds, so seeing this in the wild is pretty awesome. I half expect to see some koi pop up, but I'm sure there's nothing in there. Anyway, yeah, so right now I'm headed down the main street. Like I said, it's only about half a mile from here. Yep, that's it. I just stopped in Delaware Water Gap with my aunt, had some lunch, got replenished with food. Now I am crossing Route 80, not crossing, but walking on Route 80. There's a pedestrian bridge here. So hopefully I'll get back on the trail soon. So here I am, officially walking out of Pennsylvania, the New Jersey-Pennsylvania state line. And according to this side, 895 miles to Katahdin. Little toad here. So I've reached a nice outlook here in New Jersey. Got a pretty nice 180-degree view. One of these is the Delaware down here. Made it to the top of Rattlesnake Mountain. Has some pretty good views up here. Haven't seen any rattlesnakes, but the views are good. About 2 miles from the shelter today, so should make it there pretty easily. Yeah, that's it. Today is day number 82. Today's plan, I did 20 yesterday, and today's plan is to do about 4 miles to get into Culver Gap, where I'm probably going to eat lunch at the deli there. Or not lunch, probably breakfast. I'm not sure if they're serving lunch yet. And then I'm going to get a rental car and go down and drive. It's about 2 hours to my fiance's house. She has a event tonight for her residency program, so I'm gonna see if I can make that. I might have to buy some decent clothes since I don't have anything that fits anymore. But anyway, that's kind of the goal for today. I know I said I wouldn't be taking any more zeros, and I consider only doing 4 miles today, pretty much a zero. But depending on the rental car agency, they do close tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. or at 1 p.m. and I'm not sure if they have an after hours drop off, so if they don't, then I'm gonna have to come back tomorrow at 1 p.m. and drop the car off and continue hiking. Otherwise, I'm thinking about taking a zero on Saturday and spend more time with my fiance, which gets me behind schedule more, but think I'm worrying a little bit less about that and just trying to take this hike as it goes and see where I get. Just, you know, energy-wise, the last few weeks I've been not having a lot of energy, so I need to figure that out, see if it's due to weight loss or just my body's giving out this far into the hike. I don't know, I hope that's not the case, but hopefully doing less miles and taking more zeros will help. So anyway, that's the status here. Hopefully my next I can upload this this weekend. I know it's been a little while since I've uploaded the video. It's been a couple weeks. It's been a little busy. It's hard to get videos uploaded when you're so busy, but I'll try to do a little bit better. Here's another nice view in New Jersey. The lake out here. Notice there's a lot of ponds and lakes in New Jersey. Also a lot of little toads and frogs. For some reason I kind of thought like toads and frogs were going extinct, but apparently not here in New Jersey. There were a ton of them out on the trail yesterday. Also lots of ticks, but other than that, yeah, so this is a pretty neat little outcropping here with a nice view. So I made it to Culver Gap, I think, and I'm gonna eat something at the Sunrise Appalachian Trail Deli. Hopefully it's open. Let's see, only 867.4 more miles to Maine. Oh, looks like they are temporarily closed. Oh well. Guess I'll go somewhere else.